welcome back to Love Keesee's Nails. Yay! Yes, I do have the just woke up voice. It's okay, it's gonna get better as we go. So today I am gonna work on some nails. Let's just move this to the side right now. I'm gonna use these Beetles gel polish false nail tips. I don't know why they named. So what's the difference between example gel polish false nail tips and just false nail tips? I hope these aren't tips because I definitely want it full. When I looked it up, it said full coverage. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to cut these other nails. Lord, okay, let's see what's going on here. I don't want to wreck this box just in case it's not what I need and I need to take it back, but I can't get it open. All right, be back in a sec. Okay, so this is what was under this thing. Let me turn my little light on. This is what was in that box. I mean, they're trying to make sure you can't get into this. Okay, it is medium stiletto, full cover, clear, 500 pieces. Got it. So this is what I was trying to get. I wanted long, they only had medium, and I needed some that were coming basically the next day. So that's why I went ahead and went with the medium, even though I really didn't want a medium size. But let's see how long these are. So I'm gonna grab, these are 0. All right, that's cool. Oh, I like how, this is what they're looking like on my finger. See the little curved space of I have very flat nail beds. But that 0 is like the perfect size. All right, so I'm going to size out my nails that I'm using. So I'm using these Beetles Nails Tip Medium Full Coverage. I did get them from Amazon, so I will put that in the link. Of course, you can just find it on your own. Ugh. Okay. Then I'm also going to use this Gorilla mounting putty to mount it to my magnetic nail forms. So let's get going. So I do find that as far as, okay, yeah. All right, the ash is gone. Now, as far as these nails, we're gonna take care of that by the end of this video, but the ash is gone. That was enough. So anyway, what I do find with this Gorilla Glue nail putty is it is so much easier to remove out of the nail, whereas the putty that comes with, that came with my nail forms were a no. So just in case you're like me and you're like, oh, I need to get the ones with the putty included, that is a waste. If they don't come with putty and it's cheaper to get it without putty, please do, and then go purchase a putty that is good, which in my opinion is this kind. So I'm just going to get all my nail forms together. I'm gonna try to keep everything on this white thing because I already know if it's on here, it's definitely in camera focus. Should I make this closer? We don't need it closer right now. But anyway, so I already know the 0 is my thumbs. So I'm just going to go ahead and place that there. I accidentally took out 2 of these. I didn't even realize I did. So what we are going for today, I'm going to insert the picture of what we're going for. I am not the creator of these nails, I'm not the originator, and I honestly don't know who the originator is. I'm just showing you a clip of the video that I saw of these nails that made me have to have them for myself. And because I am a nail tech, beginner, yes, but I am a nail tech. I do my own nails. I'm not gonna go to that person and be like, hey, are you selling these or anything like that? I'm doing it myself. So we're gonna try to get to as close to this picture as possible. I thought it was so bomb and I love them. These nails I've also seen, they are kind of like the it girl nails in a sense of like, I see them 1,000,001 times on my feed on Instagram. So I'm actually gonna try to get this video up earlier because I'm like, well, while they're relevant, instead of me coming a month later or 2 months later with them, let me get this video up ASAP. All right, so now let me just continue to size out these nails. Let's see, I'm sure the smallest size in this pack is a 9. which is most likely too small for me. I'm usually not the smallest size. Yeah, they are almost perfect, but we're gonna go with the 8. Awesome. So now we got 8, right? Yep. Let's see what this is hitting for. This is 7, which is probably too small because I see that these nails either run small or the nails I'm used to using runs big. It's one or the other here. This is a 6. Even at 6 don't fit. Going to the 5. 5 for sure for my, I think both of them. So this is probably my middle, the 3. Yep. 3 is my middle. And what size is this one? 3. Okay. Let me see. I think I have to use 5 for both of these fingers. Even though it's a little, yeah. So the thing about, if you look at my raggedy nail beds, if you look at my pointer and my ring, my pointer is very short and wide, and my ring is like longer, more round, not round, I don't know what you would call it. This one's more short and round. This one has that more, I feel like, girly nail bed, where if my nail grew out long, it would be pretty, whereas this one, my nail grew out long, it would look a little weird. But anyway, they both tend to fit the same thing because some of these nails, the way they're made, it just fits the same. So my pointer finger is my wider nail at the base, and it doesn't curve as much as my ring finger does. So the ring finger, because it curves so much, tends to fit the same size as my pointer, because sidewall to sidewall is shorter when you look at it like this, but to the side I have more of a curve, and that's what makes these two usually the same size. If they're not, then this one ends up being bigger than this one. Yeah. So now I think I took 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So now I got all my nails sized out. I'm gonna just put them on here. So the other thing I love about this is I try not to use too much, but it's really sticky. Like I said, it's easy to remove from the nail forms and from the nails, which, if you look at this is the stuff that came with it, and it is bricked up on here. I can't get it off. So this one is kind of like a clean break from it. Okay, this is my, so yep, just gonna size all of these up. And then I try not to have any of the putty spilling on the sides because I don't want to end up getting acrylic on it. Since my acrylic application is not that refined yet, it kind of gets everywhere. I don't want to end up with acrylic and this stuck on the sides. So I'm going to do my best to try to keep it off the sides. But there we go. This is my full hand. I'm not cutting them, anything. Only thing I'm going to do is shape them. So I'm gonna go ahead, finish putting these on off camera, and then we're gonna get to application. Okay, so they're all nice and sized up. The supplies I'm gonna be using, oh, before I get to that, so I'm not sure which acrylic I wanna use for the full coverage acrylic. So I have a couple of different options here, all from different places. So this is actually a light pink. It's from Apply by Adri. When I took my beginners to acrylic class at Glam House. One of their artists started her own acrylic line, and she has 4 colors, the basic colors that you need, like clear, white, pink, and what's the other one? Nude, like a nude color. I love her product. It's super nice the way it goes on. It was easy for me to use. This also is from, I believe it's from Glam House from a long time ago, before I ever knew what I was doing with acrylics. I think I purchased these. And there's some glitter in this, and it's a light pink. So I'm not sure if I'm using that. And then this is, what is this? This is a nude. This one's called the Perfect Nude. I actually don't think I'm going to use one that's the Perfect Nude, but let's try it. Basically, I want to test these out to see which one I want to use on the nail. One thing I love about her product too, it has this. So neat. Like this one, there's acrylic dust all around the sides, and it's like a waste of acrylic. I hate that. It should definitely be placed in a better container than this, but I know they keep changing theirs up, so I'm sure by now it's probably in a better one, but I don't know. All right, let me just get to prepping. Isn't this so cute? I forgot where I got this from for my not my acetone, for my, what's the name? Okay, I have this monomer by Kiara Sky. Let me make sure this is, do these expire? Anyway, I'm about to use this, and actually, let me open these windows before I start. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little of this. This is a new brush. I think it's a size 16 Keesee brush. I don't know where I got it from. I think I got it in a pack of something. So we're gonna go ahead and use that. I mean, not in a pack of something. Back when I initially wanted to do acrylic nails on my own, not even press-ons, on myself, excuse me, not even for to sell or anything, or to do nails in a salon. I just wanted to do them. I bought a lot of stuff from the Attitude Shop, from Glam House, and this is a brush that I got from one of those places, I'm sure. So I'm just gonna test out, this is a really big brush. I think this will be my first time using a brush like this. But anyway, I just wanna see what the color is gonna look like. That's all I wanna do. So I'm just going to get a little bit of each one. Okay. Okay, it's pretty. It's a pretty pink. Okay, I'm gonna try to see what this one looks like. Okay, this one is more of like a nude pink for sure. I'm gonna sit it right here. Yeah, I like that one. That'll most likely be what I go with, because this pink is so like pink. This one is more of a nude pink. I feel like that'll be a super pretty base on my nail. Super pretty base on my nails versus that one. And this nude, let's see what this is looking like. Yeah, this is definitely giving off nude. So the differences. Definitely going with the Apply by Adri. All right, so I'm gonna close these other two up and put them away. What just happened? Why is my screen so, yeah, it just got out of focus. I'm putting these away now. Oh, well now y'all can see my entire desk. That's the wrong setting. There we go. Yeah, don't need these two. And that's why I wanted to try them, because I was like, I don't want to go with, example, I saw the glitter in this one and I'm like, oh, I'm going to go for that. And then I get going, I'm like, I don't like it, because I know how I am. And I'm sure I'll have a use for it, but this is not the use for it. Like, y'all seen that picture I showed. I can barely say showed. Yeah, That's the one right there. Okay, so it's time to get started. I'm actually going to put on a video. I've mentioned this before, but for those who are new, which I know is most of y'all, or maybe all of y'all. Oh, it looks like it's about to storm out. Let me put some light on in this room. Anyway, but for those of you who are new or who do not know, I like to binge watch other nail channels. It just keeps me in a good mood for doing exactly what I'm... Sorry, I can't move that stuff around the top. So it just keeps me focused, and also I get inspiration from it. I get inspiration from seeing a channel who's already successful, doing their thing, because I know at some point that'll be me as well. So it kind of excites me. Yeah, I brightened it up in here, perfect. And I get inspiration from it. So I'm gonna put on a show, let this play, and then the rest of this will probably be voiceovers. So I just went ahead and grabbed a nail file, and I just was trying to make these nails even more pointier or sharper, because I know that it says stiletto, but it's giving me a little bit of an almond vibe with how round it is on the sides. I just wanted to kind of straighten that out and give it more of that sharper stiletto look, kind of like the picture inspiration. So you can see the difference right here, me comparing them. What I mean, like I just wanted it to have more of a narrow, sharper stiletto look. So now I'm just going in with the acrylic now that I have them shaped decent enough. And you see how sharp that tip is? That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, this is looking, I really like this color pink. I really like this color pink. Okay, so this is it when it looks a little more dry. I'm gonna go ahead on with the rest of them. Get this done, baby. Okay, so here we are right now with this set. Pinky is still drying. I just wanted you to take notes of, I'm trying to move this out of the way. This is where I was cleaning my brush, like wiping my brush. That's it, y'all. That is it. Well, you know, I was sampling which color I wanted to use there, so that's nothing. But this is where I was wiping my brush clean, and not bad at all. I definitely do better with acrylic on a smaller nail versus a bigger one. I tried my best not to drag too much on this, and I think that's why I got this. I also tried my best to let it settle before I start moving it, except for on the base, like when I first put that first bead down and it's going to the sides. And that made a huge difference. Now that this is dry, like my thumb, I'm seeing the see-through part in my thumb right here. It's like kind of grayish. It's not as pink. I don't know if you can see it. I think you can. But yeah, I need acrylic there. There's acrylic missing there. And I didn't see that until now that it's dry. But yeah, I'm very happy with my application on this. Much better than before. I took a huge bead for that pinky nail, and that was so unintentional, but in doing that, I was able to cover the whole nail without all the dips. And then I just kind of went in. Sorry, I'm also trying to do this right while I'm talking. But in doing that, I only had to fill in a couple of spots. But yeah, I feel like I did a really good job on that pinky nail with the fact that I picked up way more than I wanted to. I'm gonna try to pick up a bigger bead for my next thumb and see how that works. But of course that won't be on camera because we don't got time for that. We gotta move on. So let me tell you, the purpose of these nails is I have content to do for this brand called The Frame. And the nails I had on that were on my hands, and I was creating other content and my nails didn't matter. But I mean, they look cute with what I had on, but nails wasn't like a focal point. Not that it's a focal point for the Frame content either, because it's a dress from Frame. My nails would throw the whole situation off. It would not look good at all with that dress, with the accessories and stuff. So I decided to do these nails, and the plan, of course, were to do them super quick, get them done, and then get that content done. But I'm filming and I'm just setting up my setup, and I don't have all my stuff here in Maryland either. So I'm still in the car heading from LA. So I'm just like, oh, I gotta do this, and I gotta find this and this and that. And last night I finally like cleaned up my station as far as went through all my nail stuff and put it, which is the nail stuff I already had here, the nail stuff that I had with me, and kind of went through things and tried to figure out like, okay, what am I doing tomorrow? What do I need? I had to buy these nails because I didn't have any full cover nails. I only had a couple of tips and I didn't want to use those. So yeah, I basically had to get things together really quickly. So I am delayed, I am behind. It is 3:30 right now. I got my post up for Fashion Nova that I absolutely needed to get up. And I'm gonna put some more at the tip of this one. And then the only other thing I needed to do was now I gotta do these nails. Once these nails are ready to go, of course I'm recording for content purposes. So it's like content takes a little longer these days when I have to do like, oh, YouTube, get these nails up, and then, oh, Facebook, are they finally getting this car? Why do these cars that don't belong here keep parking in front of the house? It's annoying. Sorry, my window and shades is open because I'm trying to, help get the smell out as quick as possible while I'm working. And then also I like daylight, natural light. And so I kind of get to be a nosy neighbor. Ain't nothing going on around here, which is a good thing. I like being in a neighborhood where don't nothing happen. But yeah, okay. So yep, this is the set. this is the set, and I'm gonna do the other hand. Yeah, I think the tow truck is here to get the car. Look at me, I'm being nosy as hell. Anyway, I'm gonna work on the other hand off camera, and then I'll be back and ready to file and get things going. Okay, so I took off the putty. As you can see, I got it off in one swoop. It's no big mess. And I just did that to size this on my finger, because sometimes, especially with the fingers that are, the nails that are, what do you call it? Stiletto. I find that it's very wide. Like, you see the bottom of this is like triangular. And so sometimes when you see my nail bed and how my skin is, it's round. So I just want to make sure that when I put this on, I'm not dealing with those very triangular. I'm not dealing with the bottom being too wide for my finger. So this actually still fits well. No shrinkage whatsoever. I kind of was already coming on this and getting this down. Just trying to make it more smooth so that when it fits on my finger, it's not really hanging off. Let's see how this looks. See how that looks? And this side. Oops, let's get right here. Okay. So I have to come around the base. Y'all, I'm so cold. I had these windows open, letting out the acrylic smell the whole time. I actually just finished eating some leftover Chipotle, and I was just trying my best to air it out as much as possible so that when people get here, the smell isn't all over the house, because it's a strong smell. I do not like it, and I try not to disrupt other people. So that's part of the reason why I try to do the nails during the day versus evening. Because if I do it in the evening, I have these windows open as well, and it's like, oh, it's better for me to do it in the daytime. So yeah, I'm just coming along this part because I hate when it's bulky at the top. So when I put my nail, what's going on over there? Lord, she having a ball. Okay, so when it's to the side, I want it to be more flat and not like a hard edge. So that's basically what I'm working on right now by filing down here like this and just getting it smooth. I kind of was coming along here to make this more round and less triangular. But I also got to make sure that I don't shrink the nail. I got to make sure it still fits on my nail bed. I'm just going to do this real quick. I'll be taking the nail and I push that out. So when it comes to wearing nails, sometimes you have to do that. There we go. So doing that and fitting that there, it's like perfect. So I'm not going to worry about bringing in that square shape anymore. I'm just going to worry about getting this nice and kind of flat the way I want it. Oops, I'm all in the wrong spot. I'm gonna work on the body here. Let's say for time, I said what time it was before. It's 4:37. So it has been an hour since whatever point in this that I set the time. And I'm just now getting to file. I did take a break and eat. Somebody was ringing the doorbell at one point, had to go get a package. But I mean, even me eating didn't take that long. So that hour was for me actually doing the nails. It wasn't me like taking a 30-minute break. The majority of the time was me doing the nails. All right. So I'm doing the top right now, even though I still gotta go over on the sides, but I just started doing that because I was trying to make that part look better. Yeah, this nail's giving me everything I wanted to give. Like, look at that from the side. It's so pretty. That's what I wanted. So the only thing I need to do, because I'm doing all that, so I don't know if you can see. Let me move this. So see just how this is. Now you can see it. You see that tip? I need to make that, I need to come in and make that better on both sides. So I'm just putting this flat against it. There we go. And now when I go like that, that's for that. Oh, what I was just about to say. But yeah, now I do that. It's much better. Oh, let me show you my towel after doing two hands really quickly. After doing both hands, this is the amount of acrylic I have. So on that second hand, I definitely was doing more rubbing. I kind of felt like I was taking way too long and I was trying to rush it, and in rushing it, I used a lot more acrylic up as far as wasting acrylic. That first hand was hardly nothing on there. So, you know, just gotta make sure I'm patient with what I'm doing, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay. You got this, girl. You got this. All right, so I also had said I was gonna put on a nail channel, but I've been really like just focusing on finances and trying to get like more in that mindset of, you know, fixing finances and making sure my finances is on point and just having financial literacy, especially because I'm about to be going into having my own business and I want to know what I'm doing and all that good stuff. So I've really been focusing on paying attention to things like that. So I actually have on a documentary. The first documentary I watched was an hour and a half, and that is long gone, but it's called Get Smart with Money. I recommend that. Like, I think it was cool. It just, you know, showed you different people's situations and how they struggle with money and not necessarily aware of what they should be doing with their money. And then there was somebody helping them with, you know, making those decisions and helping them get on the right track. I just feel like if you're somebody who's getting into business, if you're somebody who has bad credit or struggling with finances or, you know, saving, whatever, watching things and educating yourself on things like that is so important. Reading a book can be boring. Let's be honest. Not everybody loves a good book or loves a book. Not everybody loves to read. And sometimes watching documentaries or listening to podcasts or even listening to the audiobook versus reading, or maybe you can follow along with the book as you're listening to an audiobook, helps so much and you can soak in so much more of the information. So it's definitely something I would recommend. Now the documentary I'm actually watching right now is, what is it called? All right, let me go back real quick. What are we doing here? Inside Bill's Brain. So this is Bill Gates that they're talking about, decoding Bill Gates. And it's actually a limited series, which I did not realize. And I am on part 1 of the series. Yeah, I'm on part 1 of the series. Awesome. So yeah, that's something else I'm watching. Just FYI, if you're interested, this is what I'm watching right now while I'm doing nails, or listening to while I'm doing nails. And at any point I feel like something helpful comes along, I stop, and then I'm like, write that down, and then I keep going. So here is my hand. I just realized that I did not use my dust collector, and it's sitting over in the corner of my desk collecting dust itself, just sitting there. I have it plugged up and everything and forgot. It's so funny when I'm in a zone. That's never my first thought to like, oh, let me grab the dust collector. So I have all this dust sitting right here that I could have had in there. 'Cause look at all this. Look at all that just from doing these. But I still have a whole nother hand to do off camera. So let's look at the difference in these nails and what's going on here. I'm gonna flip it like this. This is the way. This one piece of hair keeps dipping down in front of my camera. All right, so this is the full set. This is the one buffed, this is the one not buffed. And you see, I got them all nice and flat. I feel like my pinky is still, it's flat right here, which is where it needs to be. It has more of a hump, I think, than all the rest, because this is the pinky that I picked up that one big bead and made it work for the whole nail. And the rest of them, I picked up smaller beads. So that's why that one is like the thickest nail I have. But yeah, there's a significant difference with the shaping of it. This is what I wanted. I'm so excited. All right, let's move on. We are going to, what's the next step? Top coat this. Hey y'all, so I decided I'm not even going to do the full out video in this one video because we're already at 45 minutes. And this was a struggle set for me. So this was my progress. And if you would like to see how I created this set, then stay tuned for part 2, which will go up right after this video. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. And if you want to get the exact day and time of when I will be uploading the second video, just hit those post notifications that will notify you and you can watch it immediately. But this is such a dope set. It's very creative. It was a bit difficult for me and it was my first time. And I just want to make sure that I show you all the struggling that I went through. And that deserves its own video because otherwise this video would be extremely long. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time.
Like it, and I like it, and I like it, and I like it, 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 I like it.